back at it again with another card for Vanguard deck profile. So this time I'm doing a deck that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't really finished it yet. But I wanted to just see how it works out. But it's actually a good deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. Let's get started. So this deck is Altmile Brave. My starting Vanguard is Blanking Knight Milius. 10k shield, grade 0. It has 4 runner with 5k power, and at the end of the battle that this unit boosts an attack of a brave unit that hits the opponent's vanguard. I mean, no, that just hits anything. You can shove Milius into the soul. If you do, look at top 10. Add select up to 2 Altmiles, put one into the hand, and then put the second one into the soul. Or if you only revealed one, you just send it to the hand, and then you shuffle the rest back into the deck. Really neat. It helps search out Altmiles. It basically makes it so that you guaranteedly get your right target. Now into our triggers. I run 4 stands, just in case for that situation that I actually need more attacks, and I can't get them by counterblasting, because I probably counterblasted them all. 4 heals, standard, the one heal that does good. I originally thought this was an Angel Feather here. Angel Feather heal due to how it looks like an angel, but I'm stupid for thinking that. 2 Brave crits, which even though it does have a skill set of Portent, it's just Brave, which if you guys don't know what it does, it is when you have 3 or less hand cards do the thing. When put into the soul, choose one of your units with the Brave ability, gets plus 5k. Not that helpful. 2 copies of Iron Gosh in the soul give plus 3k, so 2 more crits. And then 4 more crits altogether. Painful Blow Knight Gertius. So I run a total of 8 crits, 4 heals, 4 stands, no draws, because I effing can, and I effing will. So, now on to our actual units. Grade 1, Lunar Fang Knight Phlox. If I had 3 more copies, I would actually run it at 4. 5k shield, continuous rearguard skill. If you have Vanguard the Brave ability, this unit gets plus 1k and resist continuously on rearguard circle. And then GB2 Brave rearguard circle, continuous ability during your turn. If you have a Vanguard Altmile as card name, all your firmware units get plus 2k power and resist. But that's only during your turn, but that does work. That makes it so that your opponent can't lock during your turn, your opponent can't retire during your turn. As long as you're in Brave and you have an Altmile Vanguard and you're a GB2, your opponent can't touch you. And this thing just can't be touched in general if you have a Brave unit on your Vanguard circle, which is nice. Run it at 4, I run it at 1 because I only have 1. 2 copies of Knight of Pulsation Staros. 5k shield, 7k power. In deck, if your Vanguard's Altmile, it gets grade plus 1. And then GB1 Brave, continuous rearguard skill, it gets plus 2k and resist. Helpful, can't be touched by your opponent, and makes a pretty neat unit to search out, especially since most units, when you search out with Brave abilities, they have to be grade 2. That is helpful. So, run it at 4. I have another card in this deck that's similar to it, but that card is worse than that thing, so I would say swap the ratios between 4 and 2. So, 2 copies of Support Source for Damascus, 5k shield, 7k power, Brave GB1 rearguard circle. At the end of the turn, retire it if you were in Brave. If you do, draw 1, countercharge 2. That's helpful. It can do stuff, but you have to be in Brave at the end of the turn, which means you have 3 or less hand cards at the end of the turn that you use its skill. But helpful, refills your counterblast cost, and you get to plus 1 hand card. Nice. 2 copies of Gaiomi. I wish I had 2 more so I could run this thing at 4. 5k shield, 7k power. Continuous rearguard ability, Brave. You may choose a Gaiomi from your rearguard and retire it for the cost of your strike this turn if you're in Brave. Helpful, I won a game against an Overlord deck. I had 0 hand cards at the start of my turn. This son of a bitch on rearguard, because for some reason they decided not to retire Gaiomi, thinking that I wouldn't use its skill. I stood and drew, didn't draw a grade 3. I drew a fucking grade 0. Actually, I drew this. And then I went Gaiomi skill, Stride, go into a really overpowered unit that I'll show you guys later, and win the game that turn. So, Judgment Call, I guess, was bad for them. 4 copies of our PG Wallgall. It's just a regular PG. I do not care for this. I do not care for this. I run it because I don't have a better PG. You guys know that Brave PG, I forgot what it's called, it's like Hope Song Angel or something. If someone would hit me up with a copy of 4 of that, I would greatly appreciate it so I can get rid of this thing. And then 4 copies of the thing I was talking about to switch the ratios between this and Staros. Knight of Tomahawk. 5k shield, 7k power, GB1. When placed on rearguard, it gets plus 2k to the end of the turn. And in-deck Brave ability, it's continuous. It just counts as a grade +1, so it's a grade 2 during any time, which is helpful if you're in Brave, but otherwise, not really a good thing. I prefer Starless over that. Now to our grade 2s. Peerless Knight Libero. Run this at 4, nothing else. I only run one because I only own one. 5k shield, 10k power. It cannot attack if your Vanguard does not have a Brave ability. That's a continuous rearguard skill. So, that's kind of why I try to make sure everything in my deck has Brave, just in case, so this thing does not get fucked over really quickly, because it's a really good unit. And then Brave, on attack, counterblast 1. When it attacks the Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Altmile on its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card with the Brave ability besides Libero, and then call it to rearguard shuffle your deck. Helpful, gets more attacks out. The main end game with this deck is just to get attacks out, and if you can't kill your opponent during that turn, you basically lose. 1 copy of Septile, I would run it at 4 as well. Soul Blast 1 and choose an Altmile from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on Vanguard or placed on Rearguard from a hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 exactly 7k powered unit with the Brave ability. Call it to Rearguard and shuffle your deck. And then GB1 Brave on attack gets plus 2k. But that 7k power thing, there's a grade 1 that does the exact same thing as this, except it is Counterblast 1, and it has to be placed from hand, or it has to be placed from hand on Rearguard. But otherwise it does the exact same thing, basically allowing you to set out a 3-card field really quickly. 1 copy of the fucking MVP of the multi-attack turn, Big Sword Angel. 5k power, GB1 Brave. When it attacks the Vanguard, the number of face-up cards in your... If the number of cards in your hand is less than your opponent's, this card gets plus 5k for each... until the end of the battle for each card your opponent has more than you. So if you have 0, just depending on your opponent's hand cards, they're fucked. If they're playing Oracle Think Tank, they're for fucking hell with this, unless they have a PG. So, I would say run it at 4. The last grade... The grade 2s I just showed you, run them all at 4, and you don't need anything else. I don't have 4 of them each, so I have to do this. 2 copies of Knight of Resilience Baldus. He's there just for the on intercept, get plus 10k shield if I'm in GB1. That has come in helpful since normally I call him like the turn I know, like right before I am gonna kill my opponent. So he helps with the defense as I try to get down to Brave before I can do that, which leaves me defenseless. 2 copies of Flying Swallow Knight Klaus, 5k shield, 9k power, GB1 when placed on rearguard circle. If you have an Altmile Vanguard, choose one of your other units, and Klaus and the other unit will get plus 2k power. And then Brave, rearguard circle, when its attack hits, bounce back to hand. Useful, it can be used to get yourself more hand cards, or just like return it, and if you're playing lock or retire, you can get it back to hand before your opponent fucks with it. Finally, 4 copies of Knight of Honesty Carnius, 5k power, 9k power, 5k shield. GB1 rearguard circle, on attack, counterblast 2. You may pay the cost if you do search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card, call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck. Then if it has the Brave ability, Carnius gets plus 3k to the end of the turn. No, that unit gets plus 3k to the end of the turn, which is helpful. So it does things and it gives more power, and it could just get more attacks out. On to our grade 3s. 1 copy of Knight of Connection Pictus. I would run this at 4, nothing less, and replace my other grade 3 with it. Choose a card from your hand, discard it. When this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 card with Altmile its card name, reveal it. If this unit's on the Vanguard Circle, then ride it as stand, then write the Altmile as stand. And if this unit is placed on the Rearguard Circle, put the Altmile into your hand and shuffle your deck. GB1 Brave on Rearguard Circle. At the beginning of your attack phase, it gets plus 5k power to the end of the turn. Helpful, it searches out Altmile, so if I have 3 more, I'd actually run it at 4, so then I can guaranteedly ride an Altmile whenever I want. 2 copies of Conspicuous Knight called Canis, the guy I replaced with the Pictus. So, Vanguard / Rearguard Circle, Brave, Counterblast 1, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, it gets plus 5k power. That's not helpful. It's literally here because it has Brave and nothing else, and also because I have Swords of Grade 3s in this deck. Finally, 4 copies of Knight of Heavenly Decree Altmile. GB2 Brave. 11k power, by the way. GB2 Brave. When this unit attacks, choose up to 5 of your rear guards, and they all get plus 5k each. At the beginning of your ride phase, choose up to 1 card from your hand and call it to rear guard, and it gets plus 4k. Yeah, and then when your G unit strides, choose up to 1 card from your hand, call it to rear guard, then choose a unit on your field with the Brave ability and give it plus 4k. Helpful, it gets you more resources, and it gets you closer to Brave itself, so that's really nice. It's basically like a plus 2 call for 4k, and gets 4k each. On to our G units. 2 copies of Divine Knight of Lure, Selphus. Now, you guys are wondering, why the hell am I running this? It's not here for main purpose. It's literally here for flip fodder, or in the terms where I can't do anything with my other first stride, so I have to stride into this, but I have Damascus to work myself around it. So, Divine Knight of Lure, Selphus, if you guys don't know, is Vanguard Circle, on attack, Soul Blast 1, bind any number of hand cards, and choose one of your rear guards, and it gets plus 5k till the end of the turn. So, and at the end of the turn, you put the bound cards back into your hand. So, it's an auto Brave that ends at the end of the turn. So, you basically get a free Brave for a while. Now to our third most important G unit, and basically like the best G guard for this deck ever, and I wish I had 3 more copies of. Holy Dragon, defend Holy Dragon. 15k shield, it's the regular G Guardian thing, discard a heal. Brave. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle to your opponent's a battle that your opponent's Vanguard attack, basically when your opponent's Vanguard attack, choose one of your units with the Brave ability, and it cannot be hit to the end of the battle. It's like a free PG if you're in Brave. Like, say your opponent was attacking with let's go with the Overlords, and they had 100,000 power, and they were attacking with their Vanguard. G-Guard. This son of a bitch. I'm in Brave. Nullify the attack, basically. Fuck yeah. Easy null. Works beautiful. Okay, now on to my next G unit. Normally, it's my first stride, but sometimes I can't use it. Divine Knight of Rainbow Brocade, Cotennis. I do not have another copy of Cotennis, but he is good. So, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 once per turn. Choose a face-down card from your G-Zone, turn it face up. Search your deck up to the same number of grade 2 cards as the number of face-up Cotennises in your G-Zone. Call them to separate rearguard circles, shuffle your deck, and this unit gets continuous. GB3, if you have 5 rearguards exactly, this card gets plus 10k and plus 1 crit. Helpful, it does a job if it's at GB3, but it's literally there for flip fodder to get me closer to GB4. I don't have any more Cotennises, but I will. Now on to the reason why I run Cotennis. Immortal Holy Sword Fides. 1 copy, but I wish I had 3 more. Counterblast once per turn. Counterblast 1 and choose a face down card from your G-Zone and turn it face up. Until the end of the turn, this unit gets continuously on Vanguard Circle. If your opponent used 1 Guardian, the attack of your unit with the Brave ability will hit regardless of power. If it has 5k and your opponent has a total of 21k, if that 5k unit has a Brave ability, they're going to need another guard. So it basically guarantees a 2 guard at least for every attack with Brave. Then, Vanguard Circle Auto GB4 Brave. When it attacks the Vanguard, if you have a heart card with Altmile and its card name, search your deck for up to 3 cards, call them to separate rearguard circles, and shuffle your deck. I normally pick Brave. Here's how I do it. I'll go attack, and then I'll go attack with Fetus. I'll have 1 booster standing on one side of the column, the other one rested, and then something boosting Fetus, and then the 2 front row guys rested, and go skill Fetus, call stand, call over the rested boy, and then basically attack again. Helpful. 4 copies at all times. I only run 1 because I only own 1. That was the deck. I know it's kind of not finished, but I don't have the... Right now, I can't buy the stuff, but eventually I will. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. And I'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to stand up, Vanguard.